Okay, so today we have a really interesting subject here. We're going to talk about Scottish independence. First of all, I want you guys to introduce yourself.
My name's Ryan and I'm from Perth UHI.
Cool. You?
My name's Johnny. I'm Oleg's boy. I'm your boy.
That's cool. Alright, so the first question is...
Should Scotland become an independent country?
Yes.
I fully agree with that, yes.
Alright, so can you explain why? Why do you think so?
I feel like the decisions that get passed in Parliament didn't reflect the views of the Scottish people to their entirety, and they don't exactly... A good example is Brexit. Almost the entirety of Scotland voted to remain, while the rest of the UK, or England actually, more specifically, voted to leave. So I don't see how it's fair that for almost the entirety of one country not wanting to leave the EU is totally overruled by a country that can fit Scotland into them about 4 times over. So probably that's a bit of an exaggeration, but like, you see my point. Also, I feel like it would be better in terms of our economy. It would be boosted quite heavily because in terms of like, and since we're with the UK, we like share a lot of our trade and stuff. Obviously, with some kind of money and income coming in from our trades and whatever, but we'll have so much more revenue and income into the country if we're able to become an independent country, and we'll not have that same bond. We'll be able to kind of raise export prices, and we'll be able to boost the economy quite well financially, but at the same time it'll be good for us to kind of take the reins for ourselves and be able to try and develop as our own independent country.
Alright, so you just answered my next question actually, at least half of it. So the question was...
What benefits or weaknesses you see about this point?
Maybe you, John.
Alright. Let's take it back, boys. Let's take it back. Started 2014, right? So what happened in 2014? Came to the Independence Day. Everybody was talking about it. Each side was putting their points in. Here's the thing that I disagree with the whole independence referendum. Can I swear? Is that alright? Cool. Each side was talking absolute shit. Like, the yes side was saying stuff that just wasn't true. The no side was saying stuff that just wasn't true. And out of that, everybody, because it came to the point where, like, people, for instance, 18-year-olds are supposed to be out voting. That's what everybody's talking about right now with this general election. Everybody's like, 18-year-olds should be out there voting and doing all this and that. But nobody had any idea what was happening, because the information was just getting... It's the same thing that happened with Brexit. Nobody cared what was happening, because it was just bullshit on both sides. Regardless of everything about that, what happened back in 2014 was this. Or well, what happened in 2014 with what happened with Brexit was, everybody was lied to. What were we told with 2014? It was that if we left the UK, we didn't get to stay in the EU. We wouldn't be in the EU. We stayed in the UK and we were not in the EU anyway. Okay, what I mean? So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is that since we also voted to remain, the British government doesn't particularly represent the views of the Scottish people in that respect. And you can sit here and talk about economics, immigration, the EU, everything like that. But at the end of the day, that's the one thing that's true. The British government doesn't, at least fully, represent the views of the people of Scotland.
How it will affect the border crossing?
I don't feel like it'll directly have some kind of dramatic effect. I feel like once we leave the remaining countries in Great Britain will want to, if we leave, not once we leave, but if we leave, then I feel like the rest of the countries in Great Britain might want to put some kind of regulations on the borders. I mean, of course, but like, it definitely won't be as simple as just, like, there's a sign that says you're leaving Scotland, welcome to England, blah blah blah. That was nothing. It was just a drive-through. So I think they will put some kind of like border control with the countries, but I don't think it'll be too extensive.
I have to disagree though. I have to say that, see if we went independent tomorrow, just say we had the vote today, results came in tomorrow, we've left the UK. I think it would be stupid for either side to suggest that there would be freedom of movement between the countries. Because, I mean, for to put a like border pass, like for instance, to put like, for instance, just say you wanted to stay in England and they were like, oh, you need a visa. No benefit to that. Then it's too much money to like put into a system that you just didn't need to actually make in the first place. So I think if Scotland went independent tomorrow, there's be freedom of movement between the UK. But the most interesting thing that would happen was, so if Brexit goes through, there's most likely going to be no freedom of movement between the UK and the EU anymore. It's probably just going to be done for. The question is whether Scotland's international borders, if we went independent, if we went back into that freedom of movement system with the EU, which I hope we would, but who knows what would happen to that.
Are you concerned about Brexit?
Yes, in the sense of if just say everything like doesn't go to plan, if we don't become independent, Brexit's going to happen. If we do become independent and we try to get back into the EU, it might just go now. So I am concerned because that eliminates every trade deal that's within the European Union. That kind of sets us on the outside, and it does raise a lot of different problems, like the benefits that we have right now with the European Union. We just won't have. It will just be completely. I mean, unless we can set up something like come to some kind of agreement with the EU, I think that we'll lose out massively on some of the benefits that come with being in the EU.
The best case scenario with Brexit is terrible. Like, that's not even talking about the worst case. The best case scenario is that, alright, cool, we've left the EU as quick as we could, as cleanly as we could. However, we still need to redo every single trade deal, every single one of them, and that's a hell of a lot harder than having to go, alright, well, we're in the EU, our trade deals are already there. The best case scenario with coming out of Brexit is absolutely terrible. There's no good thing to come out of this. The fact that, go back like 2 years ago, if I wanted to go work in France, if I just wanted to go to France and work in France and live in France, I could without any issues. But now, if we didn't get into that freedom of movement again, which chances are it's probably going to get taken away from us, I can't do that. Again, I'll need to get a visa, in which case, again, you know how hard it is getting visas to places. It's not going to happen 9 times out of 10 unless you've got exceptional skills. And the fact that young people that are 16 couldn't vote in this election is stupid because it's about their futures as well. Yeah. Mainly it's about the futures of young people. So everybody before us had freedom of movement, could go and work and stay wherever they want. But now, 16-year-olds nowadays, you get to stay here.
What currency will Scotland use?
I've not really given it much thought. I still think we'll keep some form of the pound. But then again, just say if we became independent and then we joined the EU, they might suggest that we use the euro. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that I can't see outside their own currency anyway. I've never known anything other than the pound, so that's probably just where my mind's coming from. That I would say that we'd keep some form of the pound anyway.
I think we'd still be able to use the pound. However, it's something that I can't really answer. If I had to guess, I hope. Well, it's not really guessing. It's just kind of hopeful thinking. I hope we'd get to keep the pound, but if we didn't, then we'd probably make like I reckon a Scottish pound, or if no, take the euro. That's the three choices really. keep the pound, make a Scottish pound, or get the euro if we join the EU again.
How funny would it be if we actually go to rain cod and say cod to cod? It'd be amazing.
I don't know.
The Scottish cod.
What?
The Scottish, the squidoo. 22 squidoos, please. That'd be amazing.
Are you patriots of your country?
Don't think there's any time for patriotism, to be honest. I mean, sure, be proud of your history and your heritage and that, but put it this way, I wouldn't go everywhere waving a bit of sword, God freedom. So, to a degree I'm kind of patriotic, but I think sometimes patriotism could come about as being, I don't know, kind of up your own arse about your country. I mean, sometimes it's good. I mean, like, there's times where I'll see like American patriots or taking it to the extreme. I mean, so I think to a degree everybody should be slightly patriotic, but no to the point where you're really kind of up your own ass, kind of really too proud of your own country. But to a degree you should be. Well,
I might be, this is a completely subjective thing that I'm talking about here, but I think being a patriot can come to like one thing. It usually comes back to talking about military and that. And I think if you can sit here and go, I'm willing to defend my country, I think that would make you, by definition, a patriot. So, I mean, gone by that, then I guess, because it's kind of confusing. I would defend, I'm patriotic about Scotland, but I'm not patriotic about the UK.
yeah.
Definitely no.
Same.
Like, it's the UK shite.
Yeah.
It's shite.
Alright, so we're getting to the end of our conversation, and I have just one last question.
Do you like fish and chips?
If I ever say no to liking fish and chips, I'd want you to actually shoot me in the face.
Fish and chips. It's amazing. Best thing ever.
Alright.
Fish and chips is the national symbol of this country. Fuck that unicorn that's apparently our national animal. Fish and chips is where it's at.
Aye, the chips are the national animal now, boys.
So I was mainly meaning the fish like, but fuck all symbolism of Scotland. Should own the flag, fish and chips.